194. 103, Richard Masterton. Car number 285, which is Richard Earl. Sam Lundy, car number 531. And 397, which is Chris Ware. 195, Dean Whitwell. Steve Hopkins in 347, Daniel Johnson in car number 4, Howard Davis in 327, and Tony Smith in car number 91. Ed Nugent in car number 321, car number 12 is Michael Stripley, comes from Letchlade. Then the Stars. 107, Lee Robertson from Loughborough, 288, Simon Panton. Number 1, Junior Wayman, of course. And a very warm welcome to Birmingham to Simon Joplin from New Zealand, NZ72. Number 124 is Charlie Jackson. Number 96 is out there as well, that's Adam Perkins, along with car number 224, Alan Palmer. But there we have it, and all ready to go. 24 cars out there on track, I think. And they're not going to go for quite obvious reasons. The gap between whites and yellows.
Here over 16 laps at Birmingham Wheels Raceway. Let's have a look. We have a green. We're racing.
And racing now as the power comes on all the way around the circuit there, and into that first turn goes Chris Cook in car number 460. And we've got a bit of a problem up there. Rob Whittaker in the fence in car number 142, and car number 103 also there, Richard Masterson. Off goes number 224 in the very early stages of the race. He's going to watch it from the centre ring there, so Alan Palmer in car number 224, and there's problems too for car number 124 over on the far side. Charlie Jackson gets shoved out there and goes in a great cloud of dust onto the centre and out of harm's way. The man who's making rapid progress, we've got yellows by the way. The man who was making rapid progress was Daniel Johnson in car number 4. We've got a suspension. Car number 103, in fact, stuck right in the middle of the track over there. That's
and yet another car. Can't see the number from here. You'll know it, Bev. New Zealander, is it? Yeah, it's our New Zealand contender. Young Mr. Joplin. I think Simon Joplin, not Scott. There he is. So he's off on the infield. The 96 car is still okay. He's off. Let's go racing. Down into the turn they go. The 460 car leads them through. Let's have a green. And we got one. We're racing.
Okay, off they go again. Power comes on all the way around this Birmingham Raceway. Chris Cook in the lead in car number 460. Car number 409 just charging about there and being overtaken. Car number 4, Daniel Johnson moving through. He was moving very quickly in the very early stages of that race, which came to a sudden halt with the yellows, and he's doing just the same again. A very competitive-minded young man. Chris Cook in car number 460 streaks down the back straight into the city turn on turns 3 and 4. Daniel Johnson just behind him in car number 4. Then comes car number 195, 409, and the other man who's moving very rapidly through surely is car number 107. I don't think he was in trouble in the early stages. In fact, Lee Robinson's up there into 4th place now, and he's going to be pursued without any shadow of doubt by the number 321 car of Ed Nischel. Still Chris Cook in car number 460 from Daniel Johnson in car number 4. 195, Dean Whitwell in that 3rd position at the moment, with Robinson 4th in car number 107. That's how they are. Nischel 5th in car number 321. Tony Smith in car number 91 there, keeping up with the best of them at this stage. Still Chris Cook in car number 460, down the back straightaway into the city end. Then into the home straight underneath the starter's rostrum. Still got a good gap between 1st and 2nd places, but that looks as if it's being closed down by Johnson in car number 4. And certainly Johnson himself might come under pressure any moment now. With Robinson in car number 107. And of course also car number 195, Dean Whitwell. And in fact, Robinson moving on the inside of Johnson. Johnson trying to perhaps lead on him just a little bit, but Robinson is safely through. And now he's going in pursuit of Chris Cook in car number 460 and 107 in 1st and 2nd places. We're into the second half of this event. Also coming through and maintaining his position, Daniel Johnson, who might get a little bit of the old heave-ho in a moment or two, just as car number 394 pulls off. And car number 495 is giving Daniel Johnson a good run for his money. The bumper goes in on that turn, as indeed it was predicted, sends him out wide, and there could be a change there as Whitwell in car number 195 roars through nicely on the inside and leaves Johnson behind him in car number 4. Then comes through 21. There's 5 laps to go next time. 5 laps to go next time, with Lee Robinson at 460 and Dean Whitwell. And Daniel Johnson first, second, third and fourth. 107, Robinson is still there. Joplin over on the far side in car number 72, getting used to the tarmac raceway here at Birmingham Wheels. So it's actually, in fact, it's 3 to go, I think, in fact, but we'll just check that in a moment or two. And we're just looking to see Mr. Starter sails it through, and is there any change up front? Howard Davies still motoring. We've got car number 96 broadside across the track at the moment. That's 96 is Adam Perkins, the man from Cannock, in a bit of a dodgy position there, but we're in the closing stages of this event, so with a bit of luck we might be able to keep it going. The number 72 car goes around there. Chris Cook still going car number 460, and we've got Lee Robinson in the lead, don't forget, in car number 107. It's Lee Robinson in car number 107 moving down to the closing stages of this event. The checker flag being prepared. Robinson in car number 107 is surely going to take this one without too much trouble. A fine drive from the young man. Chris Cook in second place, Dean Whitwell third in car number 195, subject to confirmation. There's the checkered 107, goes across the line in fine style. Second and third are through. Fourth, fifth and sixth just waiting for the rest of them to come through. Junior Wayman finishes, subject to confirmation in fifth place with Tony Smith fourth in car number 91. Dean Whitwell in third place, Chris Cook in second, and the man across the line in first place, Lee Robinson in car number 107. So there we are, the red flags go out, that race comes to an end. The number 1 in fifth place, all again subject to final confirmation, but no doubt about the man who is about to receive the checker flag and a trophy down there.
Second circuit on lap 11, so he was certainly the man to stop in that race. Tony Smith making a good move on the final lap, up into 4th position. Plus now we move on to the highlight of the evening in a second. We'll present the trophy. As you can see, photographs being taken of Lee Robinson alongside his car in the 107 machine for the opening race. So please give him a round of applause, please. Lee Robinson takes the first win of the night.
Well done to Lee Robinson. He's heading off for your applause. The blue-grey driver, Chris Bonner it is. These are heroes, one and all. Next out onto the raceway, the 84 car of Tom Harris, making way for the young man. Going places, I think. Presentations being made by Philip Bond. The fantastic trophies in those boxes, really lovely things. Next up, oh yes, hard man of the raceway, Mr. James Neachell, local driver to this Birmingham raceway. Comes, I think, from Sutton Coldfield, just down the road, the posh end of town. And there he receives his gift from Philip Bond. Matt Newson in the number 16 car, Norwich-based driver. Well done, Matt, always turns out a very smart car. Handshakes all round. Big announcement, course 6 and 64. 391 car. Oh yes, looking good. And a haircut specially for the event. There he is. The most beautiful man in BriSCA Formula 1 stock. Oh no, I won't say that. We've got Paul Harrison, joint most beautiful man in BriSCA Formula 1 stock car racing. Lightning himself, Mr. Carl Pickering coming through. Paul Harrison, look at that smile. Good at his Paul's year. And the ring. I can see he's braces off to the event. I hope he's not going to throw that very heavy trophy into the crowd, is he? Ladies and gentlemen, former world champion, great ambassador for the sport, Murray Harrison. Give him a wave as they go by, the 172 car of Michael Randall. And look at that, the 259 car, Paul Hines, another Midlands-based driver, comes from Hinkley. Fantastic. Paul Hines, ladies and gentlemen, give him a wave as he goes by. Next up, look at that sleek machine of Mr. Will Yarrow. That is a monster. Look at that, means business, that car. Next up, one of my favourite drivers. The man driving him is a bit twitchy on the clutch. The 434 car of Ivan Pritchard. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Pritchard. Ha! Oh dear. Who's driving his car? I think he's got the missus driving it. Next up, oh yes, the 390 car, 65 car, Barry Stephen, all the way from Scotland. And got to be a good outside bet for something here. Barry Stephen, an oldie but a goldie. The 218 car of Derek Fairhurst. Lovely, nice to see two men able to embrace in front of 2,000 people. Next up, the 263 car. This semi-final event here at Birmingham Wheels Raceway. Next up for this semi-final, the 447 car. Dave Hopkins comes from Oxford. Mr. Ray Witts, Lancashire-based driver. The 185 car of Lenny Smith, a man who has raced all kinds of different machines through the years, including bangers, regular at the Civil War and other big banger events at Enfield Raceway. Young man who is going places surely. Timmy Aldridge, please, in the 257 car. Neil Shenton in the 35 car. Cheshire-based driver off yellow grade at the moment. Beautifully turned out, as all these machines are today. Next out. Mr. Roger Mitchell, first reserve for this semi-final event. Carlos and Hens. 303 coming out, but he's just taking to the infield in the event of Simon's no-show. But there's furious work going on a couple of cars there. Or discussions anyway, I don't know about work. The sun has come out, Bev, for the BriSCA Formula 1 semi-final. You better be quick though, it won't last, I've got a feeling. So, here he is, coming down the straight. Oh, will he get a race? So, the blue-grey driver out on the raceway. Kev Smith, of course, will be emigrating, I think, to New Zealand. We're worried about Rob Cowley in the pits, the 73 car potential absentee. Rob Cowley hasn't made it down from the pits to the raceway yet. So, if 73 makes it down from the pits, then 64 won't be racing. That's the situation. So, the track is clear, and we'll line them up for this. The BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Knocking himself back into position. Big gate still open for Rob Cowley if he can make it. Rob Cowley has made it to the grid. Oh ho ho! Rob Cowley has made it to the grid, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that the fact that Rob Cowley has made it to the grid may mean that the 64 car can't race. Steve Abbott's with me. They're coming forward to take up their position on the grid, but is that right, Steve? That's correct, he says. He's not one for the microphone. So, it looks like 64 might not be able to race. It's a crying shame if so.
Yellow flag goes out, they get them on the move, and then go to green, and away we go. They'll certainly know then what it's all about. Although these drivers, many of them have appeared in major events before, there's always something special about semi-finals, one way or another. And it'd be nice to see him qualify, and him with a chance to follow in his dad's footsteps, of course, and a very popular young man is Paul, one way and another.
Yes, alongside him, Paul Hines, and quite retro-looking car now, I suppose, in its design.
First and second bend is turned out.
Ray Witts and Ivan Pritchard, two very different drivers, really. Ivan, up till this point, has been a sort of, I don't mean to be rude, but the nearly man, really. I mean, he's got cracking ability, great car, but it doesn't quite come good for him on the key occasion. Tell me about young Dave Hopkins there. He's a reasonably seasoned campaigner now, and got a very smart car, sort of turquoise colour, and what do you think?
Yeah, he's another man who deserves to be there. When he does race, he gives his all, of course, and isn't put off by perhaps the long-standing drivers that surround him. Good luck to him. 64
car coming forward, and by my reckoning, although I'm not in the same room as the steward of the meeting, I don't think there's a place on the grid, sadly, after all of that, for the 64 car. The 73 car turned up. command to get cracking. Over to you, Bev.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event tonight. Gentlemen, are you ready? Start those engines.
There we go, the world final semi-final is out on the raceway. The engines are started. Your clerk of the course is ready, your steward of the meeting is ready, your commentator is ready, your stewards are ready, the computers are ready. We're all ready to see who is going to be going through to Coventry and world final in just a few weeks' time. Oh yes, it's tantalising. The Smiths on the front row of the grid, Paul Harrison and Paul Hines on the second row of the grid, Matt Newson and Will Yarrow third row of the grid, Ivan Pritchard and Ray Witts fourth row of the grid. It's all to play for. Watch out for Chris Bonner, Murray Harrison. Hold on to your seats if you had one. Hold on to the person in front of you, because this is going to be big. 20 laps. Then Greenhalgh to take you through it.
So they move slowly down the back straight. Close order formation, of course, for this event. Everyone wondering what's going to happen. Slowly but surely, the race is about to get underway. Nicely controlled start at the moment by the Smith brothers up at the front there. Who's going to be in there with a chance? Who's going to have a problem or two in the early stages? Who knows? So, into the third and fourth turn. They're coming under starters' orders. They're under starters' orders, ladies and gentlemen. So come on, let's get ready to rumble. On the way away. Into that turn they go with the Smiths getting through there. It hasn't happened on that first turn. Oh, it has for one. But the Smiths are away with Andrew in car number 391 and Paul Harrison in second place in car number 2. Paul Harrison gets a knock from Hines in car number 259. We've got two cars stuck in the top turn there. That might create a block number 2. Smith in fact going through there on the inside. He's sussed that out. Those two cars are trying to get apart on that turn. 22 Will Yarrow is up there and Smith's S is in third. That place is when they come to 390. He can go the bumpers again. It's Paul Harris who puts it in car number 2. Newsom gets close down here in car number 16, but it's Andrew Smith who's pulled right away in car number 391. Car number 22, Will Yarrow in that second place. That was a prediction. Let's hope that it might stand for him. Fortunate start for car number 172 as he pulls off onto the centre there. There's another problem there. The Scotland gets involved in car number 152. The car's still struggling to get out of the way there, and we hope that it can do so if there's a gap in the traffic. Let's get back to see what's happening up front. This Andrew Smith in car number 391 from Will Yarrow in car number 22, that's second place. Then comes Stuart Smith in car number 390, who's just got a little touch of the old bumper. We've got waved yellows. We've got waved yellows.
Waved yellows for the car stranded over there on the turn. The 257 car gave us the thumbs down. Timmy Aldridge sat it out for quite a long time before he got a hit on the nose, and he gave the thumbs down. He was okay for a while, but as soon as he gave the thumbs down, the yellow flags came out. So fair play to the lad. He really did try and tough it out over there on the turn, but the yellow flags are out. Well, I'll tell you who won't be over happy about that. The 391 car, Andrew Smith, got an absolute corker, but poor old Timmy. Timmy Aldridge really did try and tough it out over on the turn, but he got an absolute whopper. And understandably, the young lad didn't fancy sitting that race out in the firing line there. No doubt about that, was the right decision, and Timmy giving the thumbs down. You can't argue with that. So 391, 16 and 22 all out on the raceway. Coventry, no doubt about it. Down they go, 391, 22, 390, that's your 1, 2, 3. All eyes on the starter. We're looking for a green flag. They're all trying to get a flyer here. Waiting for a green, nicely controlled. 218 Fairhurst dropping out a bit. And it's a green, we're off.
Away we go again, and just look at that. Will Yellow in car number 22 there, getting Nielsen out of the way very rapidly indeed. He wants to give it attention, but he's got too wide. It's Stewart who tried to get into second place, but the door was firmly closed by a nice bit of driving from Yellow in car number 22. Once again, those bumpers going on that turn. They all go through. Andrew Smith in car number 391 leads the pack into turns 1 and 2 again, with Yellow in that second place in car number 22, and Stuart Smith in car number 390 doing his best to see if he can get on the inside of him. He can't. Paul Harrison is in fourth place in car number 2. Just look at that. Newson there. He's a lap down, of course, but he goes wide on that turn, and that's last Money Harrison to get through in car number 97. It's Andrew Smith in car number 391. Number 2, Paul Harrison, is moving through on the inside of Stuart Smith. They're going neck and neck down that back straight. They're chasing Yellow in car number 22, but it's Andrew Smith as well away in car number 391. He's opening up the gap all the time round. Yellow still in that second place in car number 22, and then comes Paul Harrison in car number 2. And and that was Stuart Smith again trying to get through there. They tackled them over the back end of Paul Harrison's car was swinging a little bit wildly on that occasion, but he kept his position. Barry Harrison is now putting pressure on Stuart Smith in car number 390, but it's Andrew well away. He's way out on his own in this 20 lapper, with Will Yellow in that second place in car number 22, followed by Paul Harrison in car number 2, 390. 97 Barry Harrison giving Stuart Smith a little wallop there. They're pushing him out wide again, and it's Harrison who comes through on the inside to move on the place. Smith could well return the compliment, give him just half a chance, and in fact he does, and they tangle there, but that's a neighbour Paul Hines to get through in car number 391, and 84's coming up through as well very nicely into the first half dozen or so cars. Still Andrew Smith though in car number 391. But Will Yellow in car number 22, Paul Hines in 259 is in third. Tom Harris is now, he's dropped down, Hines is through, Paul Harris is moved up into second place, third place rather. 259, Paul Hines is fourth, and fifth is Tom Harris, with Barry Harris in sixth place, last time round in car number 97. We're at the halfway stage, so into the second half we go, and just look at the lead that Andrew Smith has opened up in car number 391. He's way ahead of the rest of the field, almost a quarter of a lap or so. Then comes Will Yellow in car number 22. Paul Harrison donging him all the way in car number 2, just waiting for the opportunity to use the bumper. Paul Hines has driven magnificently in car number 259. He's in the places there. There's a bit of a gap until he comes to Barry Harrison. And then car number 390 and 84 tussling it out there. Scullin still moving in car number 152. But this looks as if it's going to be Andrew Smith's day in car number 391. He really has charged around this raceway like a rampant horse, and he really is throwing it around there, not giving away at all, passing back markers, putting back markers behind him. Then we've got number 22, Will Yellow, and Yellow's coming under pressure from, and look at Paul Hines, he's dashed through on the inside there. He looks at him, he's going to take both of them, but Harrison's been forced to the outside of the track, and it's Paul Hines who's come through nicely in car number 259. Beautiful bit of driving there from Paul Hines. Harrison's going to give him a little shove surely on that turn, and he's not the only one, because it's Yellow who shoves it in car number 22. That pulls Paul Harrison out wide again. Paul Hines still maintains his position in car number 259 with 5 to go this time, Mr. Starter. 5 to go this time, and what a thrilling event this is proving to be. Not perhaps up front, where the man in absolute command of this event is 391 Andrew Smith, but there's a lot of jostling for position going on, and Harrison's back again on the inside in car number 2. He passes Hines, Yellow's going through, he hits Harrison again, pushes out wide, and Hines comes back again into the position in car number 259. What a thrilling battle this is between these drivers. It goes in again, and once again Yellow puts in the bumper on 259. Harrison's dropped down a bit in car number 2, but he's roaring his way back there, and somebody's going to catch out now. It's Harrison in car number 97. There's Andrew Smith first, Paul Hines second, Will Yellow third, Barry Harrison fourth, Stuart Smith fifth. Last time round they've just moved up a place, changed places again, but what a battle's going on for second, third, fourth and fifth place is absolutely tremendous stuff. Sparks flying to the cars there. Who's got a problem? We're into the closing stages of this event, just with 2 laps to go, and it's Andrew Smith in car number 391 there without any shadow of doubt at all. Way behind in second place is Will Yellow in car number 22, then comes Paul Hines in 259. Up in it goes again, Barry Harrison this time smacking it in there and sending all things by, but he's cooked his goose there a little bit, and who's benefit from there? We've got a tyre there that's all slowed through, but on the last lap, it's still happening. Paul Harrison gets himself involved on the last lap in car number 2. That's down he goes, the checker flag is through, it's 391 first across the line. Will Yellow second, Paul Hines third in 259, and still battling on. Stuart Smith, Paul Harrison, Barry Harrison, they all come through. What a race, not necessarily for first place, but by goodness me, there was plenty going on for second, third and fourth places. fifth places and sixth places. The bumpers were going in left, right and centre. A tremendous performance, Mark. Not, well, a tremendous performance, of course, from Andrew Smith, but plenty of actual entertainment down there on the rest of the field. Second, third, fourth, fifth places, sixth places, battling it out all the way. Tremendous stuff.
Oh, absolutely fantastic for the lower order positions. Paul Harrison and Murray Harrison. It was beautiful to watch that, to be honest. That was just graceful racing, and because of the wide turns here, they can bang each other and keep on rolling. That was just awesome for the lower order positions. A truly magnificent race. The full rundown of results in just a few moments, but there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Andy Smith on the front row of the grid for the World Final at Coventry in a few weeks' time. Andy Smith, the race wasn't about the win there, it was about third, fourth, fifth, sixth, but I'll tell you what, Andrew won't mind missing out on that lower order battle. He just cruised home. It was a consummate performance from Andy Smith, a fantastic effort. Well done as well to Paul Hines, who went superbly. I think he took third, confirm that with you in a moment. 22, Will Yarrow took second, but I'll tell you what, that was graceful, dramatic racing. BriSCA Formula 1 stock car racing at its very best, trading punches around the raceway and coming back for more. That was wonderful stuff, Bevan. Everybody was at it. Paul Harrison, who was down the rankings, wasn't he, position-wise, was just on fire there.
Yeah, he really was, and all credit too. We predicted that Will Yarrow might pull out a surprise or two, and by goodness me, he did. What a tremendous fiery drive all the way through from those men. Stock car racing, surely at its very, very best, seen here in that semi-final. Semi-finals are sometimes disappointing, but by golly, this one was. Okay, so Andrew was well ahead, all credit to him there. He got away from it all, left them to fight it out behind them. Boy, did they fight it out all the way through. Left, right and centre, the bumpers going in right until the very last turns, and that's what the racing is all about. Real good, fiery stuff, a really good, entertaining semi-final. Congratulations to all concerned.
Yes, what a fantastic. Paul Harrison was on fire there. I think he took about 7th at the end, not 100%, but I think he did. Stuart Smith made up loads of places in the last throws of that race as well. And down on the start-finish line, we have our various trophy winners waiting to receive theirs. 259 car receives his and takes a third. Super effort from Paul Hines. Stepping forward and takes second, it's Will Yarrow receiving his trophy. There he is, Will Yarrow. Fantastic stuff from Will Yarrow. He is right up there in that magnificent car on the grid at Coventry in a few weeks' time. And finally, and now on the start-finish line, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare to make some noise. Put it up, make some effort. The one and only Mr. Andy Smith, front row of the grid at Coventry. Oh yes, that's how you do it. Andy Smith taking an excellent fourth in that one. Bandy a little later on as well. Fantastic. Full and confirmed results in a few moments' time. Now it's time to make some noise and give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, our trophy winners on the back of the victory wagon: Paul Hines, Will Yarrow, Andy Smith. Second place, Will Yarrow. But taking the win in the 391 car, give it up please for race winner, front row of the grid at Coventry, Mr. Andy Smith. Andy Smith on the road that he wanted to be on at Coventry. Andy Smith. Andy Smith please, Andy Smith please. There he is, well done. And we'll be tossing the coin to see who's on which row a little bit later on, but Andy Smith is there.
One's got to give a very good performance, and say it's a very good performance, to Neil Scudden in car number 152. He's actually finished in 6th place, and that was from his right at the very back starting position on that grid. So congratulations to him. However, we now have the full result for you as follows. Place for number 22, Will Yarrow, and third, 259, Paul Clark. Fourth place for grade 4, Tom Harris. Fifth, 6, 1, 7th was 97 Connie Harrison, 8th was 141 Carl Pickering, 9th number 2 Paul Harrison, and in 10th place was 180 Ray Witts. We'll repeat that in just a moment.
Yes, thanks very much, Ben. For those of you who are noticing what was going on, that happened very quickly indeed down there on the start-finish line. The BSCD A-man, very, very fast off the mark there. The coin was tossed for inside or outside. The third race in the BriSCA Formula Ones, the second heat of the night. And, well, there they are. As far as qualifying goes, it's first 8 from Heat 1, and from the semi-final, and from Heat 2, and from the consolation, going through to the final. First 8. Potentially, you could have 32, couldn't you? We won't, probably, but potentially you could. Well, yes, will we? Yes, we will. Will we have 32 cars in the final? Fantastic. If they're all running, we will. So, Ben Greenhoff will take you through this second heat for the Formula One stock cars.
So nice and solid to go around again. Do something like Mark leaving at the back there with Peter Fording car number 33. Car number 1
So here we go, Hayley Parkinson leading the round. This is the second heat of the night. First 8 to qualify. Let's go racing.
And we are going racing. The green flag has gone down first time, and Hayley Parkinson shoots at the lead in car number 54. And that number 285 car in that second place, Richard Earl. And Sam Lundy, car number 531, stroking just a little bit. He's car number 397. He's Stuart Smith, the other Stuart Smith, and he pulls off to the safety percentage at the very early stages. The rest of them still motoring strongly. Hayley Parkinson in the leading, car number 54, car number 285 in that second position. Richard Earl, car number 285. And Sam Lund, oh, and Earl in fact has come through to take the lead in that number 285 car from Parkinson in car number 54, and Sam Lund in car number 531. Then we've got a little bit of a gap between car number 59, I think that is. Yes, indeed it is. Dave Barry in car number 59. And Hayley loses it on that turn. Whoops! Trying to get herself back on track, which she's done, zigzagging a little bit, but just lost a little bit of ground there. But we're all still going. Car number 507 is out there. That's Neil Smith, the man from Bedford. Again, another family that's long been associated with stock cars. We've got car number 198 out there as well, Nigel Wally from Cheshire, who recently won a race at the Surgery right at Coventry. Much to his delight. Peter Fording making progress at this one in car number 33 as they come round again. Just keeping an eye on the lead cars. Sunderland in car number 531. Oh, and a little bit of a tangle over on that far side between 285 and number 96. So it's 285 who leads from did. It's Sam Lund in fact now in car number 531 who's leading from Richard Early in car number 285. Steve Jackling's third in car number 136. Saul Hocking is in fourth place in car number 66. Then comes Craig Utley in fifth place in car number 484, and Peter Fording in sixth place in car number 33. Peter Fording in fact making David Squire's out there in car number 311 as well. 311 David Squire currently in seventh place. Round they go again, Keeling in car number 271, and we're at the halfway stage. The flag goes out, and it's Sam Lund in car number 531 still leading the pack. No problems for him at all at this stage. 285 Richard Earl in second place, and Jacqueline third, or was last time round, a little way behind in car number 136. Then comes Utley in car number 484, another young man with grit and determination. Oh, and smack! That was 271 there, who got on the receiving end of the number 64 Kev Smith car. And is he going to return the compliment? Well, he's looking, trying hard. And I think he will give the half a chance. Smith really put the bumper in there. Off goes car number 92 to the safety of the centre green. Simon Brook in car number 92. Jacklin still running nicely in car number 136. With Utley now challenging him for that place in car number 484. Meanwhile, the rest of them still breaking away nicely with Sam Lund in car number 531 up there. Richard Early, car number 285, and Steve Jacqueline in third place in car number 136. Utley still challenging him strongly. Peter Fording in car number 33. He's still chasing Keeling in car number 271. Danny Clark's up there in 203. We've got 4 laps to go on this time. It's Sam Lund who leads in car number 531 from Richard Earl in car number 285. Last time round at least. Interested to see what's happening there as places change a little bit down the lower order. 531, 285, 33 and 203. That's the situation as far as the first three are concerned. Hayley Parkinson in car number 54 lost ground, of course, in the early stages, and she's not made much progress since then. Never mind, there's always a disappointment there every now and again, but I'm sure it won't knock her confidence too much. She'll be back for more just as soon as she can. Looks as if the Smith car's pulling off, having failed to complete the race. Car number 507 to the safety centre. The last lap board is going out right now. It's interesting to see that it looks like Utley has cracked away along there unless he was in trouble there. Sam Lundy, car number 531, still going nicely. So is Erling, car number 285. So there's the checkered flag. It goes down to Sam Lundy, car number 531. It's early 285. Peter Paulding in car number 33 is moving up into third place in the closing stages, with Dan Clark possibly fourth in car number 203. David Squire at critical fifth place in car number 311. Oh no, he's actually moved up in the last lap to about third or fourth place. So, subject to final confirmation of the rest of the places, but there seems to be little doubt about Sam Lund in car number 531. We'll confirm that just as soon as we can. But perhaps not quite so exciting as the semi-final, but certainly there was quite a few incidents going on there and the bumpers being used. Mark?
Yes, there was some quite Jacqueline. He was obviously a bit fed up about something. And once he did get going, he was hammering away really on Craig, but obviously a little bit of a thing going on, but I think they've sorted it now. So please give it up, makes a noise for race winner in 5:31. Call for race winner, Sam Lund. Well done indeed to Sam. He takes the victory. Another
Move up again. On to the consolation event for Formula One stock cars. Slowly moving through there now. All these drivers we've seen before tonight. Next chance will to qualify.
Will open a very Luckins and the Simon Joplin.
Which happens in New Zealand, but of course if you've got 25 to 30 grams worth of kit out there on track, you don't want to see it smashed up.
There's 25 or 30,000 people watching it, Ben.
Maybe.
That's the difference, and it's a smaller country than Britain. As far as things go, Formula 2 team racing here has been superb, I've got to say. So let's go racing.
Then is Fernandez lead the pack at the moment. Well, look at it. Yes, it is indeed. We're Saul Hocking in that second place at the moment, but things are likely to change quite rapidly. Off goes the number 365 car to the safety of the centre early on in the stages. That's a shame about that. But never mind. We've got another casualty as well pulling off in the early stages to the safety of the centre. Meanwhile, the rest of them are still moving as long there very strongly with Tim Aldridge in car number 257 there, with Roger Mitchell in second place in car number 303 and Saul Hocking third in car number 66. Then comes Chris Bowman in car number 105, Nigel Wally in car number 198 and Steve Jacklin in car number 136. No changes there as Aldridge hammers his way around there very quickly indeed. Bits and pieces of car flying off there and flying up high, reaching the height of race control. Whether there's a bit of rubber or what, it was certainly bouncing about a bit. However, let's get back to the World Series business, and that's happening out there on track with Aldridge in car number 257 rather, certainly tramping on very nicely. We've got waved yellows, we have waved yellow. Problem down there by the pit gate apparently, the yellows being waved. His wedding anniversary.
Finish required. Timmy Aldridge leads them off. There's the big names out of the top 10 3:22 car of James Neachell got to take a top 8 finish and he's not there yet. 288 car easing his way through. Simon Patson, we got a green though, we're racing.
We are racing, but you've heard the expression bean feast. Well, we all nearly had a bean feast up here in race control. However, it didn't quite happen. So let's get back to the serious business of racing. Car number 257 is out there, pointing the way around again very quickly indeed. Timmy Aldridge, car number 257. Still in the lead there from what looks like Chris Bonner in car number 105 and Roger Mitchell in car number 303. First, second and third. Then comes the number 172 car. Is he down? He's down, I think. And then we've got Dan Clark up there in car number 203 along with James Neachell in 322. All in the top half dozen at the moment, as they were last time round. Aldridge going nicely down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 on the Birmingham end, coming out there nicely controlled underneath the starter's rostrum. Not putting any trouble on him at all, not being harassed in any way. He's well off at the moment from the man in second place, Chris Bonner in car number 105. Oh, and there's a big burst of power from young Mr. Utley down there. Craig Utley in car number 484. Really piling it on down the back straight, and in fact picking up quite a few places as he hurtled his car down there. But he's gone a little bit wide on turns 1 and 2, but not wide enough to allow the number 172 car to get through, which obviously the driver was hoping to do. Mickey Randall in car number 172. And again putting the bumper in Utley. This time it's Utley's turn to go out wide, but not wide enough. And Neachell in fact is moving through on the inside of the number 172 car of Mickey Randall now. And indeed, as he exits from turn 4, he moves up a place and Randall drops down one. Bumpers going in on the turn again. Matt Newsom is up. Oh yes, the bumpers have gone in, and in fact it's Neachell who suffers there as Randall rather in car number 172 put him away very nicely. We've got 4 laps to go. Newsom in car number 16 on the receiving end now of this charge by Mickey Randall in car number 172, which has already seen a couple of casualties, and it could well see a couple more before the checkered flag goes down. Meanwhile, the man still leading is Timmy Aldridge in car number 257, Chris Bonner in car number 105, Matt Newsom in car number 16, Dan Clark in 203, Roger Mitchell in 303, and Dave Hopkins in car number 447. Mickey Randall doing his best to make up time all around and not hanging about at all. Just keeping an eye on him to see what else he's going to, how else he's going to perform. The 2-lap board is out. Craig Utley not in the first half dozen or so as yet. Chris Bonner going quite well in car number 105. He in fact attacks the Dan Clark motor, I think it was. Let's have a look and see as it comes through. No, it wasn't. It was Paul Phillips in 263 who was on the receiving end of a little charge by Bonner in car number 105. Joplin going quite well in car number 72. By the look of it, he's in fact up into 10th place on this consolation outing. There's the checkered flag. It goes up and it goes down. Timmy Aldridge has taken in car number 257 from Chris Bonner in car number 105, and Matt Newsom in car number 16. First, second and third. Joplin has done quite well, I think. Whether he's going to move up a place or not on that last lap, no, it looks as if he's in 10th place, but that's quite a good performance from the man who is far from used to racing on tarmac, that's a certainty. So, there we are, and a good performance, although not placed there by a man who was attempting to get into the placings all the way, having lost ground in the early stages. Mickey Randall in car number 172.
BriSCA Mini Stocks, wasn't it, Bev? Yeah, it was. Again, a young lad doing well, which is really great to see. He's through to the feature final. Ladies and gentlemen, please, it's race winner off yellow grade through to the feature final. Mr. Timmy Aldridge, please. Full rundown of results in just a couple of moments from now. Aldridge. The 257 car of Timmy Aldridge. Well done indeed to Timmy. Potentially there are 12 star men on the raceway for this one, 12 top grade drivers. I don't know how many cars are there, Bev, but potentially this is pretty epic race, isn't it?
Chris Cook in car number 460. So there's 2, 4, 5 white tops out there again. They've had a good night's racing, a lot of these white tops tonight. Then we've got Daniel Johnson in car number 4 and David Squire in car number 311 heading the yellows.
34 cars out on the raceway for this, the grand final in the BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars at this World's here at Birmingham Wheels. Fine little asphalt oval in the heart of Birmingham, and we are ready to roll with this one. It's feature final time for the BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. There's shed loads of cars out there, loads of yellow graders, a nice smattering of white graders, a fair representation of blue graders, but look at all those red graders on the far side. Murray Harrison, Paul Harrison, the 391 car of Andy Smith, Stuart Smith in 390, Paul Hines, Junior Wainman, Will Yarrow going past in 22. Look at these mean, moody and magnificent BriSCA Formula 1 stock car star grade drivers. 20 laps, feature final time here at Birmingham Wheels Raceway, and we're off.
The green flag goes down, the green lights come on, and we are away as the power comes on. All trouble there for two cars running for the race control who get tangled up, bumpers locked into one another, and wheels tangled up there. They both safely off the track, mind you. Oh, and there's 1, 2, 3 of them high and dry up there on the turn. Let's hope that one car that's right in the middle. Yes, he can. He's attempting to get out of the way, and they're doing a good job as well, so we can keep the race going. They go tearing through again. Andy Parkinson, the car number 54, currently leading the pack, which is not altogether surprised. He's certainly got a lot to do to maintain, and it might be first half dozen or so places with this lot. The two cars that are involved down there was car number 195, Dean Whitwell, and I think it might have been Pickering as well, the other car. So it's two of them sidelined very early in the race. And we've got Chris Bonner down here struggling around the outside in car number 105 in the hope that he can perhaps get off track. Just look at the way these cars are moving around this raceway. Fast and furious is the word. Tony Smith pulls off in car number 91, and we've got waved yellow flags, we've got waved yellows.
Control, Daniel Johnson, 16 laps left. .285 pulling on. Here we go. Get ready to roll here. Number 4 car of Daniel Johnson will lead him off down the fast straight he goes. All to play for. And we're off.
Green flag goes down again, and Daniel Johnson in car number 4 does his best to get away from Scoven in car number 152 because he knew if Scoven get close enough, Neil, he'd certainly rattle his cage just a little bit. 321's up there as well. Sam running car number 531. The 321 car of M. Leach are going well. Luke Wall still in the places, car number 409. The rest of Haley Parkinson in car number 54 dropping back just a little bit. As Harris in car number 84 tends to go through. But whilst those two are sorting each other out, who should go roaring through there? But number 22, Will Yarrow, who then gets a clobbering from Lee Robinson in car number 107. Hasn't put Yarrow off his stride just yet. But look who's roaring through the pack like a dose of salts now. Then that, of course, is Andrew Smith in car number 391. Off goes the number 84 car with a flat rear tyre. But Smith, watch Andrew Smith, because he really is motoring at a tremendous rate. And he's going to come up against Will Yarrow in just a moment or two. And I rather think that if Yarrow doesn't move, he's going to be moved. Fine turn of pace from Yarrow, but Smith is that obviously a little bit fast. There goes the bump, a little tap, tap, tap. Not enough then. Oh, and Junior Wayman gets himself involved as well there on that occasion, along with Lee Robinson, car number 107. And whilst those little bunch are sorting themselves out, who should come right into the picture very quickly, but Paul Housley, car number 2. Now, Andrew Smith has been passed by Junior Wayman in car number 1, and the little tap, tap, tap procedure might well start again. Robinson getting in there nicely. He in fact just pushes the 391 car wide and tries to get through. He's not quite quick enough on the turns as Andrew keeps a tight line. But this time he does go underneath him, and so does Paul Harrison by the look of it. He's still trying hard to do so. Harrison, in fact, really winding it up there now and doing his best to get to the front of the pack. The leader is Neil Scoven in car number 152 from Daniel Johnson in car number 4 and Ed Newton in car number 321. Then comes Sam London, car number 532, 531, 22 Will Yarrow. That's moved up a bit because Yarrow's moved up into 4th place with Mitchell 3rd. The rest of them still going strongly. Junior Wayman in car number 1 has now passed 22. Oh, and Will Yarrow gives the world champion, soon to defend that title, a little gentle nudge, but not hard enough to put Junior Wayman off his stride. Number 107 car is still there. Lee Robinson and Harrison in car number 2 is there as well. Andrew Smith's dropped down at the limit in car number 391. But still, oh, who was that put in his there? Just coming around there was Stuart Smith by the look of it in car number 390, who didn't stand on any ceremony at all in moving the 409 car of Luke Moore well aside with a hefty shove of the bumper on turns 3 and 4. We've got one stuck in the middle of that turn down there. Let's hope that he can remove the car, although the track is still pretty full. There's not a lot of spaces available to move that car off to a safe area. Still trying hard to move it, and indeed Hayley Parkinson, in fact, it was, and a good bit of driving there from Hayley. Didn't panic at all, got the car out of the way, and we didn't need any yellows in what is a race that's coming to a storming finish by the look of it. Andrew Smith in 391 passes Yarrow again in car number 22. Yarrow does a little bit of the old bumper trick as they come out of that turn. Off goes the number 24 car to the safety of the centre. That's Mark Gray in car number 24. Mr. Starter ticking the races away. The 4-lap board is out, soon to be replaced by 3 laps to go. And there it is, 3 laps to go there for Neil Scoven in car number 152, for Daniel Johnson in car number 4, Junior Wayman in car number 1, Ed Newton in car number 321, Lee Robinson in 107, and Andrew Smith in car number 391. Whoops, and over that fast. Look, here we go again. Junior Wayman in car number 1 having go at Daniel Johnson and moving up into 2nd place now. Is there enough time left for him to get close? Probably not, for the man who's leading the pack. Oh, and he is in fact now, he's there. Frankie Wayman is through there to take the lead in car number 1. Daniel Johnson in car number 4, Neil Scoven in 152, and Ed Newton in 321. So Junior Wayman it is who's threading his way around the arena now, and the final lap. And he's about to get the checkered flag. That fast and furious drive from Junior Wayman, particularly in this big field of cars, once again showing his absolute top expertise at the wheel of a Formula 1 stock car. Junior Wayman crossing the line in 1st place with Daniel Johnson in car number 4, Ed Newton in 321, Lee Robinson in car number 107, Andrew Smith in 391, and Will Yarrow in car number 22. Fast and furious racing, with some tactical play going on here and there, and certainly no shortage of use of the bumper. Another good one, Mark.
Oh yeah, fantastic final that one, and just when you've forgotten about Frankie Wayman, there he goes, asserting himself on that race absolutely magnificently and crossing the line, wheel spinning, smoke pouring off the back, and showboating home. Frankie Wayman Jr. Well, it's been a night where curiously Frankie has had a back seat really as far as the profile goes. But you can't ever forget him, can you, when he turns in performances like that. Class as he powered and slided across the line. It was just stunning stuff. Well done to Frankie Wayman Jr. A quite smooth, flowing race, lots of little niggles going on around the place, and great entertainment, I thought. More from put in the fastest time, 15.381, so there you go. I'll confirm all that with you if you're interested, but why would you be, really? In a moment, down there on the start-finish line, Ed Newton takes 3rd place. Well done indeed to him. Great racing clan, of course. Local hero, Ed Newton, in 3:21, taking 3rd in the feature final here today. Photographs Bill really to be racing that car, does he? Daniel Johnson, fantastic. Daniel Johnson takes 2nd place. I mean, how old is Daniel Johnson? That's fantastic. Probably doing him a disservice that he's 27, but he doesn't look very old to me. Next up, in the number 1 car, ladies and gentlemen, Junior Wayman taking the feature final here at Birmingham Wheels Raceway. Junior Wayman on the back of the wagon, his car heading off to the pits, taking the win in the number 1 car. Frankie Wayman Jr. Raised hands please, race winner Frankie Wayman Jr. Frankie Wayman Jr. please. for the BriSCA Formula 1 here tonight. There is another little event after this. Small matter of a demolition derby to finish off the bangers. But look at this field of cars. I'd like to thank Bev Greenhalgh for commentating and Jonathan Palmer likewise. Our steward of the meeting, Paul Gerard, done a cracking job today. Clerk of the course, or three clerks of the course really, Paul Gerard, Mick Rees, Colin Richardson. Well, that's slightly wrong, but never mind. So here we go, the big dogs coming past race control. Over to Bev Greenhalgh, let's go racing.
And we are going racing straight away as the green flag goes out, the green lights come on, and away goes Junior Wayman in an effort to get into contention with at least the back of the pack just as soon as possible. He's got some white tops and started with the back and just looking, streaking away and almost closing the gap within one lap of this race starting. Meanwhile, of course, we've got Haley Parkinson leading for a moment or two in car number 54. Being pursued all the way down there by Sam London, car number 531. And we've got waved yellows, for goodness sake.
And the paramedics in immediate attendance there, so absolutely right, the yellow flags had to come out. And the lineup is in there as well in 531. But it's the 311 car that was causing concern, but all over now. David Squire of the Grand National event. Choose your champion. Who will it be? Junior Wayman won't mind the stoppage at all. He's now able to latch on to the back of the pack. Haley Parkinson, just 17 or 18 years old. The wise head on young shoulders leads them off. Here we go. Yellow flag at the moment, yellow flag. We're looking for a green. Haley Parkinson whizzing along actually. They're all trying to join her. It's all getting a bit ragged. We have a green, we're off.
And certainly that was a little bit of a ferocious start in one or two instances where the bumpers were going in just as the green flag went out, but still that's what it's all about. Haley Parkinson leads on the far side in car number 54 from Sam London, car number 531, and Stuart Smith last time round in car number 397 was in third place, but he's lost the round 1, 2, 3, still up there, mind you, no, he hasn't lost that much ground. Picking is up there in car number 141, and Daniel Johnson making an impression in the early stages in car number 4. Timmy Aldridge over on the far side in 257, and the car number 141 is up there as well, trying desperately hard to get into contention. Looking out again, you see who's doing what. Haley Parkinson has just been overtaken now by Timmy Aldridge and Sam London. Checking them through again as they come now past under race control. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Big cloud of dust over the far side when the car has just lost sight of its track and limping around the back straight is car number 142. That's Rob Whittaker. Off goes Barry in car number 59 down there. Dave Barry, and we've got waved yellows again. Waved yellows for the second time.
Yes, the waved yellows coming out for the incident on the far side of the raceway. Fastest part of the track car. Right across on the entrance to the turn. The 397 car. The first three are all, well, they fresh out of BriSCA mini stocks really, aren't they? Or certainly very young drivers indeed. Fantastic to see. There. No, I'm wrong. Haley's got to pull off because it was the yellow flag for her. So she pulls off onto the infield. Meanwhile, everybody okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Grand National for the third time of asking here at Birmingham Wheels Raceway. They're playing a canny game going into the turn, but now he's accelerated hard and we're off and racing.
So here we go once again with Timmy Aldridge in car number 257 breaking away and trying to get into that turn before the rest of the field do. He's been followed all the way by the equally young Daniel Johnson in car number 4, and Johnson might well pop the bumper in there because if he gets a chance, that's just what he will do. Also in that third position is Ed Leach in car number 321 with 531 Sam Lund in that position. Sam in fact dropped down a little bit as Carl Picking goes by in car number 141. Just looking at the two leaders, and in fact Daniel Johnson has now taken over from Timmy Aldridge in car number 257, so it's Daniel Johnson in car number 4 from Timmy Aldridge in 257, and Leach in car number 321 who's in third place That's a good position for Ed to be in at this stage of the proceedings. Carl Pickering is fourth in car number 141, and Kev Smith in car number 64. Just looking to see Junior Wayman making progress, which he in fact is doing quite rapidly. Andrew Smith in car number 391 trumps it down hard on the Harlem Straight, goes swimming to the field. Sam Lund is in a bit of trouble down here in car number 531, lipping around the outside of the track, hoping in fact to get out of the way so that we don't need yet another stoppage. Laps ticking by quite rapidly. Mark Keeling in car number 271 coming in for attention from Andrew Smith in car number 391. Shoves him out wide. Smith ducks underneath him and moves up a place and goes chasing after the man immediately in front of him. Could be Paul. Let's have a look and see who it is. In fact, it's Grant Newsom in car number 16. Andrew Smith goes around the outside again. Moves past Newsom in car number 16, moves up a place. Keeling still behind him in 271, and then Will Yarrow in car number 22. But up front, it's Daniel Johnson in car number 4 from Ed Nietzsche in car number 321, and Timmy Aldridge in 257 for second and third. Still place is changing as Paul Harrison blasts his way down the back straightaway in car number 2. He's got quite a way to go, mind you. But who knows, he might get up there in the places before the checkered flag goes down. It's still Daniel Johnson in car number 4 who's leading the pack. Pickering's still up there in car number 141. He's currently in 4th place, in fact. But Junior Wayman is not too far behind him. In fact, Junior is now in 5th place. Junior Wayman in car number 1 now in 5th place. But the laps are ticking down. Mr. Starter there indicating the laps to go. And there's just 2 in fact next time. 2-lap board goes out for Daniel Johnson in car number 4. Whoa, and he has a little altercation there with Nietzsche in car number 321, because Ed Nietzsche, of course, has gone into the lead. And Daniel Johnson tries to get him out of the way, but he fails to do so on that occasion. There's still time for him to go, perhaps. As with 1 lap to go, these two fight it out right to the end. 321 and number 4. Daniel Johnson winding up. Nietzsche has managed to pull away in car number 321 and open up a bit of a gap. Junior Wayman's up into 3rd position now in car number 1. Followed by Paul Harrison in car number 2, 107, Lee Robinson, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. With Andrew Smith in the placings as well. There's the checkered flag. It goes to go down for Nietzsche in car number 321, who suddenly slows down. And Daniel Johnson has to take avoiding action to miss him actually as he went over the line. Rest of the cars coming through. Nietzsche pulling off over there to come to the start and finish line. Red flags go out. The race is over. Pickering is caught in the fence up on the top turn there in car number 141. It appears the driver's all okay. And that wasn't a bad finish to the stock car racing at all.
No,
Ed Nietzsche.
Absolutely fantastic there, but Ed Nietzsche takes the win in the Grand National. And what a way to finish for the young driver. Ed Nietzsche taking the final win in the BriSCA Formula 1 stock car. Ed Nietzsche taking front row at Coventry. That's cool. Ed Nietzsche, race winner.